is now.
Good afternoon and welcome. You're watching Truth TV 24/7 and these are our top 5 stories. Today, we uncover something that has citizens doubting what they always believed to be undeniably true. The foundation of human interaction, sincerity, may not be as solid as we thought. Insurance companies, too, are asking the big question, is honesty really the best policy? Stay with us as we dive deeper into this investigation. A new study has revealed that qualifier phrases such as to be honest, in my honest opinion, frankly speaking, and the like, are quietly taking over texts, phone calls, and emails worldwide. This flood of qualifier phrases has language experts asking, if you don't explicitly say that you're sincere, can you even be trusted? In social media news, Gen Z and Gen Alpha users are ending every second post with phrases like no filter, no cap, facts, real talk, and the latest sensation, I unironically love you. Meanwhile, among millennials, phrases like I swear to God and mother promise are on the rise. Sociologists have issued a high alert warning to gods and mothers as these sincerity oaths are being recklessly overused. Moving on, the term no offense continues to precede statements that are in fact explosively offensive. Psychologists are comparing this to handing someone a grenade covered in bubble wrap. In other news, health officials are baffled as the phrase, I literally died, hits an all-time high, and yet suspiciously, all users remain very much alive. Today in local culture, the use of the phrase, with all due respect, is recognized as the politest way to disrespect someone. Verbal diabetes has peaked in many regions as sugar-coated opinions become the new normal. In an utterly predictable revelation, independent news outlets, as confirmed by their independent sources, have recognized that news and sincerity are officially independent of each other. We've got some breaking news coming in from the TEDx event. Casual insincerity is going unnoticed with no one questioning why we've had more than 5 top 5 stories tonight. Experts are calling this new wave of passive acceptance the trend to watch. Those were the top 5 stories. Over to our correspondent on the ground at the TEDx event.
Thank you so much, Vaidehi. I'll take it from here at the TEDx stage. All right. Now that we're up to date with the state of sincerity in the world, let's turn our lens inward. Let's play a little game. I want you to raise your hand if your answer to the questions I'm about to ask is a yes. Here we go. Do you think that it's okay to sometimes cheat in an exam? Okay. Do you think that it's okay to sometimes cheat on your partner? Do you think that it's okay to sometimes tell your partner that they're looking amazing, even when they're probably not, just to keep their heart? Do you think that it's okay to tell your parents that you're going for group studies when you're actually going for a party? Do you think that it's okay to tell a child that a big orange tree will grow out of their mouth if they swallow the seed? Do you think that it's okay to laugh at your boss's bad jokes when you're eyeing that long due promotion? Thank you for that. Well, if you looked around, you'd notice that some of us are okay with some things and others are okay with other things. The bottom line is that we all have our own lines. Lines that we won't cross. Lines that are very specific to our mental makeup, our upbringing, and our environment. We all grow up thinking that sincerity is our default. And yet, we often find the urge to constantly prove it, like we're passing a lie detector test every 5 minutes. No, I really mean it. See? There's a linguist by name Richard Fyodorou who calls these phrases that certify our sincerity as verbal armors. It's our way of putting a blue tick on our words to signal that they're actually genuine. Now, we've been told by everybody, parents, teachers, religious leaders, WhatsApp forwards, everybody, to avoid insincerity. But it's not that simple, is it? Words that may feel false need not always come from bad intentions. Insincerity can hurt, sure, but it can also protect in the form of shielding feelings or avoiding conflicts or compensating for an emotional vocabulary that simply can't describe one's true feelings. Very often, it's less about lying and more about navigating emotions. You see, sincerity isn't an on-off switch. It's fluid. It lies on a spectrum. It exists on something called a sincerity mendacity scale, where mendacity means falsehood or deceit. And our conversations, they slide along this scale, from blunt honesty to white lies to half-truths to full-on deception. Think about an instance when you receive a gift that you don't particularly like, but you receive the gift, look at the person and say, "Thank you so much, I love it." Is that a lie or an act of social harmony? In fact, this dynamic is wonderfully captured in the Japanese culture through the concepts of honne, your true feelings, and tateme, the nice little mask that you put on for the world. This balancing act is everywhere, whether it's the professional tone you adopt at work, or your cool cat tone with friends, or as we all know, the heavily curated authenticity on social media. Think about reality shows. We all know that it's edited and scripted and staged, but we still eat it up. Why? Because chasing authenticity is like chasing the end of a rainbow. The thrill of the hunt keeps us hooked. Sincerity thrives in the messy complexities, not in the clean-cut certainties. And perhaps that is the most honest thing we can say about it. Let's now switch from headlines to heartlines. I'd like to share a few verses that I've written while reflecting on these nuances. It goes something like this. Sincerity, a word so sweet. I learnt it young at my mother's feet. In the pleats of her sari, straight and bold, truth was woven into each fold. But as I grew, those pleats unfurled, revealing a more tangled world. In a place where shadow and light collide, honesty found some room to hide. Like when she said I was the best, the smartest one, beyond the rest. It wasn't fact, but it wasn't fake. A kind of love that words can't break. Just yesterday, someone asked, "How are you?" My reflexes smiled. "Fine, and you?" Fine carried me through the day, even when fine was far, far away. I began to wander on a shifting scale. Between true and false, did I sometimes fail? Was I wrong for not always being true? For wearing masks that no one knew? But in these shades, I found we grow, where our tender truths can softly show. Beyond the black and white that we chase, in between, we find our grace. Sincerity lives where intentions start, not on the lips, but deep in the heart. I now watch the pleats swing and sway as I walk with sincerity in my own way. Thank you.